Welcome to Learn with Homa. Today we are whipping up more than just a delicious cake. We are baking a batch of new vocabulary and phrases to boost your English skills. Get ready to rise to the occasion and improve your English with me. In today's recipe for success, we are mixing storytelling with the language learning as we bake a cake from scratch. Are you hungry for English fluency? Join me in the kitchen as we cook up a storm of new phrases, vocabulary, and grammar, all while baking a scrumptious cake from scratch. Ready, set, bake, and learn. In today's Learn with Homa episode, we are combining the art of baking with the science of language learning. Don't miss out. Let's start our story baking from scratch. As I stepped into the kitchen, I felt a surge of excitement and a dash of nervousness. My mission, should I choose to accept it, was to bake a cake from scratch. I had never attempted this feast before, but I was determined to give it a go. I began by donning my favorite apron, which was adorned with colorful flowers in the phrase learned with Huma. It was a gift from my friend, and it always gave me a confidence boost. With my apron surely tied around my waist, I felt ready to take on the challenge. First things first, I needed to preheat the oven. I turned the dial to the correct temperature and waited for it to heat up. As I waited, I took a moment to gather my thoughts and plan out my next steps. I was determined to make this cake a masterpiece, a real showstopper. When the oven preheated, I began to mix and measure the ingredients. I carefully cracked eggs into a bowl, making sure not to get any shells in the mixture. I then added flour, sugar, and butter, mixing everything together until it was smooth and creamy. As I mixed, I thought about the phrase, butter someone up. It means to flatter or try to win someone over by being overly nice. I chuckled to myself, thinking about how I was essentially buttering up the cake mixture to make it extra delicious. With the mixtures ready, I poured it into a greased cake pan and popped it into the oven. I set the timer and waited anxiously for the cake to bake. As I waited, I thought about the phrase, the icing on the cake. It means an added layer or benefit that makes an already good situation even better. I hoped that my cake would be the icing on the cake for my day. After what felt like an eternity, the timer went off and I removed the cake from the oven. I let it cool for a few minutes before frosting it with a delicious chocolate and red flowers frosting. As I frosted the cake, I thought about the phrase, the cherry on the top. It means a final touch or addition that makes something complete or perfect. The frosting was definitely the cherry on the top of my cake. Finally, after all my hard work, the cake was complete. I stepped back to admire my handiwork, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment. I had done it. I had baked a cake from scratch and it looked and smelled amazing. As I sliced into the cake and took a bite, I was over the moon with delight. It was moist and flavorful, with just the right amount of sweetness. I had truly outdone myself. And that, my friends, is the story of how I baked a cake from scratch. It was a fun and rewarding experience, and I hope it inspires you to get into the kitchen and start baking. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. Now, let's talk about some idioms and phrases used in this story. A dash of something means a small amount of something. Doing something means putting on or wearing something. Gather one's thought means to take a moment to think clearly and collect oneself. Butter someone up means to flatter or try to win someone over by being overly nice. The icing on the cake means an added player or benefit that makes an already good situation even better. The cherry on the top means a final touch or addition that makes something complete or perfect. Over the moon means extremely happy or delighted. Hope you like today's video. Keep on learning, speak, listen and practice. See you in my next video.